Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Flechtding from CZT Gabriela Geyer. Oh my goodness. This is a neat tangle. All right, and because it is the third Tuesday of the month, the time of this recording, that means it's Tough Tangle Tuesday. So we spent both sessions. This is one of the free classes that I offer, free sessions that I offer. And what we do is we take a look at a tangle that is tougher on one of several levels. It could be just that there's a lot more steps than normal. Could be it takes a lot more concentration. Could be that it is just plain hard. So, or sometimes they look hard and then it's like, oh, well, you know what? Not so much. But, and that's the focus that I try to bring in. All we do is, it's like, here's the tangle, we present it and play with it just like we do on Tangle Time, but a little extra, a little extra time in, in figuring it out. It's just, I don't know. It's just a fun time. We've been doing that for a while. It's a hoot. Come and join us sometime. Like I said, it's free, so double your money back if you end up not liking it. I'm trying to find my pen that still has some nib left. Oh, I guess it's that one. Okay. All right, so this one starts off with, and I think I'll do it straight across. All right. A bunch of lines. I'm going to do them this way. The tile is... I'm sorry, I just cracked myself up. The tile is empty. There's nothing on it. Why did I need to turn it in order to draw the lines the other direction? All right, you're a Tangle addict if you catch yourself doing stuff like that. Or no, you just might be crazy. I don't know. That's going to be my excuse. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's just really funny. All right, so I'm going to start in the middle. And I made some discoveries during this one from the point that, let's see if I can fit 3 in here. From the point that I was playing with it and doing this step out, and it was during our Tangle Time. I am going to work very hard to get those replays out because it was so much fun, and then work to get caught up on the other ones. So if you go to my website and you subscribe to my blog, you will be of the first to get that. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. And so here's some of the revelations that I had. First, you'll notice on my version of the step out, and those are in the description section, as well as the For More Inspiration, which is from Gabriela. Do take a look at both of those, especially Gabriela's. One thing that I did, I made mine really, really small because I was thinking, I needed them to be small so that way I could fit the next step, or this is 1, 3rd, and 4th steps. I needed to have them be close together. And then it was pointed out to me by Mom during the call that, no, look at that first sample. No, they don't have to. I was like, oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I was so focused on the step outs and figuring out how to make it work. And a good lesson, take a look at and examine the samples with things. And it's like, oh no, look at the differences here. Look at the differences there. Oh, where does that line end? Oh, and then you just come up with, you come up with the, it really doesn't matter type of thing. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, good. Look at how she did it here. Anyway, so the next step is we're going to cap these off. And however you want to do them, you could do it either a straight line, a slightly curved line. But so capping this and then a line in between, diagonal, and then cap off the top. And after playing with it and then realizing, so many things really don't matter, one step out that I abandoned, I was making this more of like an S and having a little bit of curve in there, and I might go back and revisit that just because. So I'm making mine slightly curved. These little, I call it capping because to me that's what we're doing. And it's up to you. One of the things that we found depending on so many factors, just like a lot of tangles. And then let's do this one and this one. And okay, I'm going to have these ones go off the page. Okay. Depending on, how long these are. And actually in one of Gabriela's samples, she had them different sizes. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, had I noticed that, but but that's part of the fun of what we do when we're exploring and playing with the tangles. And because there's so much to see, in even just a little tangle, that it just makes it so much fun. All of that discovery. All right, next step. If you focus on these diagonals, and we're going to go above it, and this will be, well, no, could I do it? No. This one, for whatever reason, I felt more comfortable doing it above. Because if you listen to me regularly, I say, oh, I don't like to have my pen covering. Sometimes, it just has to be the way it is. Covering the line, and it's just covering barely. But I'd rather use, I don't know, the natural curve of my hand. So what we're going to do is you pick your distance, of aura. So we're essentially going to aura this line, come up and around and over and finish right there on the other side. Like that. And then rinse and repeat, do the same thing again. And if your things aren't, if nothing is uniform, it doesn't matter. And let's take this one as a little partial. Okay, now turn your tile, turn your paper, whatever you're using, and same thing again. And it's this line. We don't have to think anything different. It's that line. That's that center line. That first first diagonal that we did. I think too sometimes it's easy to get, I call it eyeball confused, because they're like, oh, there's all this stuff. Now wait, what am I orating? What am I doing again? And if we just kind of think one step at a time and almost not see maybe some of the previous steps, especially when it's something like this, it might help, might not. I could just be talking. All right, this one then. Oh, yeah. Oh, I needed to do that other. And if we were coming the other way, there would be that. And this one, there would be one coming that way. Okay. Now, I'm going to do it the way she has it in the step out. And I'll show you some of my samples and talk about other things you can do. All right. No rhyme or reason. I'm just going to start here. Let's see, make sure that you can see my pen. And what we're going to do is thinking halabow. And if you don't know what halabow is, it's the art of drawing underneath. So those first lines that we did, all of these, I don't know, we'll call them bars. All of these lines. So I'm going to look at the inside. So we're going to pair up two of them. So I'm going to go inside to inside first. You can do outside to outside. It doesn't matter. But I like to do this one first. I don't know why. And a nice curved line connecting those. And to do the halabow, you can, you put your pen here and then just travel it over top as if you're drawing and put it down on the other side. So it's as if, even though this isn't, when I do the halabow tangle, one of the things I say is to make it, because we're doing long lines underneath things. And if it's within the same stroke, then, do it all in one instead of doing half and then half. This time it's a little bit different, but you could kind of, like I said, go over it in your mind, come up and around. And then usually I try to slow down so that way I can do my best to line that up. And then we're going to skip here, so nothing will go there. We're going to do the same thing here. And then this one, we'll just take this one off the page. Like that. Now, as the step out goes, we're going to alternate. So we have all of these connected, right? So we're going to not do these two, even though you can, and I'll show you in a minute, but we'll do the alternate ones. And again, same idea. And if you turn your tile, then it's not really anything different. Oh, this one will go off the page. And then these two will be connected. That is it. Easy peasy. It's not, you know, it's not necessarily as hard as what it looks like, you know, and that's why I like to make sure to, you know, to give you things. Okay, look at here, look at there. And then we can just have some fun shading. I'm going to, on the big S shape that we've created, I'm just going to put some graphite. I'm just doing one side right now. And this is one you might need to come back and just re-listen. You know, there's a saying that I've heard many, many times that we only retain 10% of what we hear or what we learn. And I had always heard that. But then I heard the other part of it is when engaged. So when I used to do trainings, I would say, well, so, okay, so this is time 1, so we'll see you back here 10 times. And as a joke, you know, because it's just something where it's just how our brains work. And so, feel, you know, that's why I like it. It's nice on YouTube, because then you can go back and say, oh, okay, where did I goof up? Because actually in both sessions, I made sure to say, you know, if you need me to go over something again, let's do it again, just because. And that seemed to work for everybody. And yeah, all right. So using some of my rules of thumb on the shading is, you know, where things are tucked under. And so I might just, oops, I didn't put any there, but let's use what's left on. Look at how much is left on that tortillon. Ah. That just kind of looks neat, just like that. Because I could do, and this, on one of the tiles that I did attempt to put graphite. Oh, actually I used a different color, and, you know, to put some on here because, well, that technically is tucking under there. But it was one of those, it was almost, I don't know, I'm not happy with it yet, but I'll show you anyway because I don't care. And so it's just super neat. Just super neat. And you can go, oh, we saw so many neat things. It doesn't have to be in a straight line. You could put it in the round. You could make it curvy. Again, making all of these different sizes. You do what you want and have fun with it. Okay, so this is the attempt I was mentioning. A lot of these not quite done because, you know, I did two, you know, went through it a couple times. But here, so I decided I was going to do green throughout, and then I changed my mind and I wanted the graphite. And I might just fill those all in green just because. Yeah, it wasn't liking it, but anyway, I just wanted to show you because because that's that. So, and then in this one too, well, let's see, wait, is that the first one I did? And then this is, yeah. So this, again, just like we did in the step out. And then when I repeated it, I decided, well, I'm going to line those up. And then too, you could do whatever you want. This doesn't have to be a C-shaped curve. You could do, this is the onion dome, right? 2 S shapes, you know, back to back. You could do that here too. We had, you know, that's completely up to you and whatever fun you want to have. I did just start the shading, but look at how neat that looks. You know, it's just different. So, you know, if you want to have them connected and do those, you know, on, you know, top of each other versus alternating, it's just up to whatever you want to do. Then on our second session, I decided I wanted to work on black with a white pen. And I wanted to add a little loop-to-loop on the top of mine. And also just to stop at the ends and see what that did. I kind of just left them there, kind of deciding. But anyway, and I thought, well, let's, you know, try to do it bigger and see what happens. And then did it again because we needed some extra, can you do that one more time type of thing? And it came up with this. So, You can have as much, and it's, by the way, it's November, so we're just dawning on Thanksgiving, and then, you know, it's a holiday season, Christmas season here. So, anyway, that's just a lot of fun. It's a neat tangle, and then of course I had to add the what I call the Acme hole, and you know, oh, any Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner fans, you know what that means. All right, or if you've been, you know, tangling along with us. So lots of fun with this one, and so I hope you try it. I hope you have fun with it. I hope you have success with it. And if you've enjoyed this, I hope that you will click the like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet and you don't want to see more, I would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've already mentioned the description section, so you'll find the step outs there. And ways to connect with me. So I have a link to my website where you can find the class list, as well as other ways to follow me for when I post classes. So I have Eventbrite, Meetup.com, and Facebook. So I also have a link to my Facebook page, so you can like or follow. I don't know, they keep changing it. I always lose track of which it is. But follow me, like me there. And I think we should just combine the words and make it a new word and make it that. Also, if you would like to kind of take things, well, just to hang out with a bunch of other crazy Tangle addicts, we'd love to have you. A lot of times I say we continue the conversation because that's what we do. It's also a nice and safe place to share what you do. You know, I have always maintained, and I think I might, well, I don't know if I have that in the about section in these words, but I remember saying many, many times, I don't care if you think that it looks like you drew it with your toes. We don't care. We'll be the judge of, you know, of all of that. And so please show, because it's not about, you know, what it looks like necessarily. It's, does it make you happy? Have you achieved, you know, something? I mean, for me, I conquered art class because I couldn't draw stick people to save my life. And I just never felt comfortable. And then I was still learning all kinds of new fun things. We have others that everyone comes with a you know, certain set of abilities and the other way. And we don't care. Just come, share, join, you know, because we notice, I mean, for those that have physical, you know, limitations, we see improvement in that. And so do they. So it's super fun. Come and join us. There are 4 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry, just so you're aware. And I think that's it. Yes. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.